I always get the window, the little blue wheels spinning, so I want to just make sure that we're good before I really kick this off. Yes, I think we're good now. Perfect. Let me just make sure everything's in order, and we will wait for a couple people to hop on as I sit here clicking through my windows. There we go. Okay, let me just make sure that we're golden. Yes, I believe we are. So, hi Judy, thank you for writing in and let me know you're here. Anybody else hopping on here? Let me know. Hey David, nice to see you. Very happy you guys are here. Keep them up. Keep letting me know that you're here. Very helpful for me. Make sure you're actually there. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Last time I did this, I couldn't see my comments. So, oh, Rose is here. Hi, Rose. So glad that you're here. Thank you for joining us today. Just bear with me. We'll give this a couple more minutes as people hop on. How's everybody doing this fine Monday? I love Mondays. Kind of like, I don't know, it's like that little like reset kind of thing. All right, I'm going to give it just another minute. So those of you who are there, hang with me for just a second. Hi, Joe. Nice to see you. Thank you for letting me know that you're there. Totally awesome. This is so exciting. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. We are going to take care of some things today. Okay. We're going to get ready to roll. So if you join a little later, be sure to hop on so I can see that you're there. And let me know if you're watching live or the replay. As you know, I am Tina Myers, and as a thank you for your time and for joining me today, you are going to have access to my Stronger to the Core 5-day challenge after this call. So it's going to be great. All right. So I want to talk to you guys about something that either you may have had problems with or maybe affected somebody that you know. Hi, Joy. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, and this is a big one. It's low back pain, okay? Did you know that as many as 80% of people deal with low back pain at one time or another? And this can be as a result of a weakened core, all right? Now, I'm going to give you lots of tips through this call. Some of them you may know, some of them you may not, but just hang with me here because maybe you'll learn something new and it'll resonate with you. It's not all about doing, old school crunches and all that stuff. There are a lot of things you can do, even sitting here while you're watching the call, okay? All right. So, to help you prevent back pain from interfering with your life, there are lots of exercises, as I just mentioned, and obviously my forte is nutrition. So this also all comes together. What you eat has a big impact on how you feel, how you look, your moods, everything. Okay? So before I get into the nitty-gritty details, I am Tina Myers, your favorite nutrition coach. I help men and women 35 and over lose weight, gain energy, reduce stress, and even low back pain without hours in the gym or sacrificing family time and strict diets. I just don't roll that way. All right, so let's talk about the low back pain, okay? There are two types of back pain. The first is acute, and that's usually caused by an injury, and it comes on fast, and it will usually heal on its own with rest. The second one is chronic back pain. That hangs around for a long time. So that's the difference between acute back pain and chronic back pain. And sometimes you can have both. You can have acute and chronic back pain. All right. So it can be caused by an injury, like I mentioned for the acute, or chronic. It can be due to factors like postural problems, muscle weakness, structural issues with your spine, illness, and sometimes it can come on like a complete mystery. Like you feel fine one day and then you don't even know what happened the next day. So what can you do about the low back pain? Prevention is everything, and a big part of that is making your core as strong and as resilient as you can, okay? That way, both your low back and your core are better prepared to tackle all the tasks, and there are many of them, that you ask yourself to do every single day, okay? Strengthen your core, and it's going to keep your body stable, strong, and balanced. And for those of you who are working out, you know how important core strength is because it keeps you stable. You know, you don't want to be rocking with all kinds of momentum and that sort of thing. You want to just stand strong, okay? I have to put this little disclaimer in there. If you are currently experiencing back pain, please check with a physician to see what's going on, to get a go-ahead before you start doing all kinds of changes to your routines and exercises in this challenge, okay? All right, so how do you make your core stronger and more resilient? We are going to do this to challenge your muscles just enough to build both muscular endurance and strength. And one of the classic things that you can do, we're going to talk about exercises like planks and glute bridges. All right, that works the posterior and the anterior chain. All right, stay tuned. As I mentioned before, stick with me through this call because afterwards you're going to get my 5-day Stronger to the Core challenge. And it's all about all this stuff that we're talking about and a nice, easy graphics, playbooks, whatever. And of course, I am always available for you for any questions that you may have, okay? So if you think of something while we're on this call, I will catch it in the comments and try to answer you while we're right here, all right? So when you're doing your core exercises, it can be very tempting for you to go for the burn, all right, and really push yourself. But this is the one time that you're going to get a pass on that. You don't need to do that. You are going to get better results if you slow down and you focus on your form and really listen to your body. It might also mean you need to do modifications until you get a little bit stronger to handle the challenging versions, all right? So for planks, you might start by doing the planks on your knees and steady your toes. And you might start by doing 15 seconds and then very slowly increasing how long you hold the plank as you get stronger. Now, as a note, I one time had a challenge myself. I did a 15-minute plank. And you guys are going to want to pad your elbows, all right? So roll up a yoga mat or, you know, that's probably the best if you roll up a yoga mat so you don't get rug burns or mat burns on your elbows as you start to increase the length of time while you're doing your planks, all right? So when you're doing a plank, don't let your back dip. Stay straight. You're supposed to be like a plank. So you're going to kind of, just make sure you're flat all the way across the top. And you're going to want to use your core and like pull your navel in. Okay, and yep, you're going to get the shakes and everything like that. That's normal. Once you start shaking, see if you can give yourself maybe 5 more seconds. And then that would be your new benchmark for the next day. Okay, really challenging exercise and it's really going to help your core. All right. So almost every exercise you do, as I mentioned earlier, can become a core exercise. particularly when it comes to weight training and such. Like even when you're doing bicep curls, you don't want to have a rocking motion. You want to be solid because it's not a momentum curl, it's a bicep curl. All right, so to do that, you have to hold yourself very strong, and you will be using your core to do it. Okay, things like squats, push-ups, lunges, they all work your core. All right, especially when you're balanced on one foot. You have to have your core muscles engaged so you can keep your balance. Okay, so while you're doing these exercises, one thing that you can think about to keep your core muscles engaged is think about zipping up the area just below your belly button before you do every exercise, sort of like zipping up a pair of jeans, okay? But not the cheating way, not laying down on the bed, all right? So another thing that this is called is also called a vacuum. And if you don't know that, Google is your friend. Look up on Google how to vacuum. You can probably even do it right now while you're sitting there watching this webinar, okay? You just kind of pull it all in and see how long you can hold that. That is a core exercise. You're going to be amazed as you start doing these little tiny tweaks how big a difference it is going to make and how quickly you're going to feel the payoff, all right? Kind of goes along the slight edge. Do the little things that seem like they are not making a difference at all in your life. So, watching your posture, pulling in your abs, like doing a vacuum, it seems like it's doing nothing. But over time, you're going to develop a very strong core. Okay, it's the little daily actions that seem like they have no impact on your life that are either going to move you forward to your goal or actually work against you. So we can dive into that on another call, or as something that we focus on when we work together, when you're one of my clients, all right? It's a whole other topic we'll get into, but just make sure you're making good choices, okay? All right. Another thing that having a strong core can do, and this is going to blow your mind, it is a mood booster, okay? Now, did you all just sit up a little? You will, if you will now that I just said it, okay? Scientists at the University of Auckland took 74 volunteers and had them sit in either an upright or a slouched position. They also made up a story about why they had to remain in that position. So they didn't really know what this study was all about. Then those 74 volunteers had to do a bunch of activities and tests and assessments, and here's what they found. The people who sat upright had higher measures of self-esteem, general awareness, and they were in a better mood, and they had less fear than the slouching subjects. Can you believe that? I mean, just simply from your posture will give you a mood boost, all right? The people who sat upright had higher measures of self-esteem, general awareness, and they were in a better mood, all right? The people who had the bad posture used more negative words on those tests, more words related to sadness, and they also spoke less in general. So, you guys, I'm sitting straight up, so I'm not going to be talking any less during this webinar. As much as you want me to talk less, I'm sitting up, I'm going to talk more. That's pretty amazing, right? Seriously, think about that the next time you're on a call, or even right now on this webinar, or whatever. Sit yourself up. You're going to feel better, okay? Give me a thumbs up if you just sat up, okay? Another study, again done in Auckland, looked at how people's walking posture played a role in their mood and their stress levels, okay? Researchers got a baseline for everybody in the study for their mood, their fatigue level, their feelings of being in control, as well as their blood pressure, skin temperature, skin reactivity, etc., okay? They had these participants walk in either a slouched or an upright posture, and it and then they surprised the participants with an unexpected stressful situation. And here's what they found. The people who walked upright felt more awake, more powerful, and had fewer negative emotions. And they also felt less fatigued than that slouching group when presented with the same stressful situation. Plus, the people with the good posture had lower blood pressure, had less skin response, and a lower skin temperature than those walking with a slouch. So it's almost like, your body is like prepared because you're upright and you're not all, miserable for anything that might come your way. I don't know what the stressful situation was that they were presented with, but the people who stood strong were the ones who dealt with it better. So I think it's really interesting because, also with standing taller, you become more confident and, I'm sure you'll be able to write after this, after this call, later this week, whatever. You might think, okay, she's off her rocker. There's more to it than just posture, but I want you to try it. And then please let me know. Write me back. Let me know. Say, hey, you know what? I was sitting up the other day when I was handling a stressful call and I was able to handle it better. Or I was trying my walk the other day, standing up tall, and I was able to deal with the oncoming traffic much better. Okay? Just give it a shot. Trust me on this one, all right? So this next thing that we're going to talk about for improving your core is just truly amazing. And it's called the farmer's carry. And it basically mimics a farmer carrying 2 heavy buckets of water, all right? Have you ever tried this before? You may have seen people in the gym doing it with like kettlebells or dumbbells or what have you. And this one's really important because if you're using the right amount of weight, it's going to be very challenging for you. This works not only your core, but it's going to work your arms, your shoulder, your neck, your back, your glutes, your legs. Don't have time to work out? Do this farmer's carry for 8 to 10 reps, all right? And it's going to get your heart rate up, and it's like an all-in-one exercise. So you're going to build total body strength quickly with that one. And you're going to feel it in all your muscles. So start out slowly if you haven't done something like this before, and then, increase as you go through it. So the farmer's carry can also help you build up strength, which is linked to your grip strength, all over body strength, but also your grip strength. And that is linked to longevity and general health as you get older, okay? There's all these little things that add up to you feeling better as we age, all right? So improve your grip, all right? Not only physically, but mentally, right? We'll work on that mental grip. Okay, so how do you practice this farmer's carry just like out of the blue without going to the gym or whatever? Here's the thing. Grocery bags, all right? Carry them into the house after a trip to the store, and it's basically the same thing as the farmer's walk, all right? My daughter and I have this little game that's called 2 Trips Are for Losers, and we try to get all the grocery bags in on one trip, all right? So in the plastic bag days, have as many plastic bags as you can in your arms and, do a farmer's walk from the car into the house. It's very helpful if you have somebody on the other end to open the door. If not, leave the door open a little bit beforehand and then take your groceries. But yeah, so another way to practice the farmer's carry is 2 trips are for losers. So if you are at the gym and you are trying to do this farmer's carry and you have access to the dumbbells or the kettlebells, first make sure that the same weight, and they should be heavy enough to feel challenging, okay? You're going to hold the weights next to your side, kind of like along your thighs, all right? And you want your arms to be straight, but you don't want to lock your elbows, okay? Just hold the weights naturally. And you're going to want to set your shoulder blades down and back and put your spine in a neutral position, all right? So you're not going to be using your traps right here. No hunching, no, and when you get tired, you're going to want to start to overcompensate with other muscles. So be very aware of that. They start to get heavy, you're done, put them down, okay? So once you have your weights by your side or your grocery bags or whatever, your shoulders are back, no hunch up. You're going to walk at a slow pace in a straight line and keep your upper body aligned, and then not with the groceries because you don't want to take them back to the car, but if you're in the gym, carefully turn around and walk back to where you started. So as the weights get heavy, or if you're doing the 2 trips are for losers, it can be very tempting for you to hold your breath, shift your position, and like I said earlier, start to overcompensate with other muscles, lean forward or grit your teeth or whatever. Don't do all that, all right? 2 trips are for losers or whatever, set some of the groceries down and just go back and get them, because you're going to want to just maintain form, all right? You're trying to improve your core. You might even think about walking faster. Don't, okay? Just keep a good posture and a steady pace. And then, if you make it all the way back to the starting position, just set the weights down. And by the way, that's 1 set. So out and back with the weights, that's 1, not 2, okay? All right. So there's a good chance that 1 set might be enough for you. See how you feel. If you're sore in your neck and stuff, that means you were hunching forward or squishing your shoulders up, all right? So if you're more advanced and you're accustomed to doing this sort of thing, I am going to challenge you to try it with just 1 weight in your hand. That means the other hand's empty, and you got to keep a neutral position while you walk. Don't lean over to the side with the weight, all right? The point is to challenge your muscles. So the other point of this farmer's carry is to improve your hand and your grip strength, like I mentioned earlier. So using wrist wraps or grips to help you hold on to the weight is not going to help you improve your grip strength, all right? And trust me, that will improve in time. There was a time where I couldn't open like any jar at all, and I would struggle to hang on to like maybe 10s or 15s. Slowly over time, my grip started to improve, and now I can hang on to 25s or 30s without compromising my form. Okay, so give it time, the daily little steps, and you will improve in the long run. Last thing I want to talk about here. You still with me? I think you guys are still with me. Yes, you are. Okay, very good. Okay, here we go. Check your posture. Is your head tilted down while you're watching this? Or are you leaning forward a little bit to see it better? That puts you at risk for developing a common problem. And guess what it's called? It's called text neck. Okay? It can really add up to some major stress on your body. So when text neck happens, you're spending a lot of time every day forward with your head down, looking at your phone, and your shoulders rounded. All right? Did you all just sit up again? All right. So why does this matter? It's really it's pretty surprising. For every inch your head juts forward, it adds an extra 10 pounds of pressure on your neck. So at the end of the day, if you're rubbing your neck and that kind of thing, or you can feel some knots and that sort of thing, I guarantee you it's because you're hunched over on your phone, all right? Oh my gosh, I am so guilty of it all the time. Actually, mine's on my right side that gets me. Text neck is like a for real thing. So, it might be kind of hard to walk around with your phone, sort of face level, but, how many of us are doing this? Can you see? It's just like, boom. So give yourself a break. Maybe if you're doing some mindless scrolling, I don't know, lay on the couch and hold it up in front of you so your neck is not all hanging all forward and that kind of thing, because who needs text neck, All right, so imagine too, if you get text neck, it's going to cause a ripple effect on the rest of your body. All right, so your neck is going to get sore. You're going to start messing up your position, your posture, to overcompensate for that. All right, the neck gets tight, your shoulders get tight, and that can even extend all the way down to your lower back, and believe it or not, towards your abs and your hip flexors. Okay, it's all connected. So sit up, put your head back where it's supposed to be, not all leaning forward. All right, so remember, when it comes to these devices, whether it's a computer or your phone or your tablet or your whatever, you are in charge. All right, your device is not in charge of you. Practice this a little bit too, so the next time that little notification goes off, you don't immediately jump to your phone. Okay, it's like your phone is like training you. Feel like Pavlov's dogs or something. All right, ignore your phone, ignore whatever alarm is going off, unless it's your alarm to get you up in the morning. Okay, take breaks. I promise you, everything that you're stressed out about on your phone, on your computer, on everything, just take a break once in a while. All right, put it down, stand up, walk away. Okay, roll your body, roll your neck, twist your torso, sitting here doing these kind of things. Okay, that's going to wake you up a little bit too. If you get the Monday afternoon blahs or whatever, it's going to increase your circulation and give you a boost of energy. All right, so all right, with all that said, we will review. Okay, you've got your plank that you got to do. Got to think about your plank. That's a good one. You're going to have that. You're going to have the farmer's carry. You're going to take breaks from your phone and your computer and that sort of thing, so you don't have text neck. Did I say improve your posture? I don't think so. So improve your posture all the way around. I know, for example, since doing this webinar, I have been sitting straight up. I mean, normally I'm in my chair, we're all slouched down and kind of whatever, and then, oh my gosh, as the day wears on, I feel like I slide down, my knees are up on the desk, everything is just total ridiculousness. So when it gets to that point, get up and move around, okay? And as a thank you for you guys being here, I am so grateful. Right after this call, you are going to get access to my 5-day challenge, which is called Stronger to the Core. All right. And I would love it if you guys wrote back to me and say, hey, I just caught myself doing text neck, or I just pulled in, all the groceries and did the farmer's carry. I would love for you guys to let me know that you liked this, if you found it beneficial. I'm all about holistic and natural solutions to help you feel fitter, healthier, improved mood, improved mindset. Okay? So let me know. I would love to offer more of these if it resonates with you. And of course, if you're ready to take the next step with your health and wellness, let me know. Drop me a message and we will get you started, okay? And I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I see you, Jasmine. Thank you for writing in. That's quite all right that you're late, but better late than never, huh? Excellent. Let me just get this window here. Do you guys have any questions? Whoops. Whoopsie. You guys know me in tech. It's kind of like, there we go. Let's see. Have any questions for me while you're still there? Sitting up, straight and tall, no text neck, no slouching. Also, let me know if it improves your mood too, okay? You're very welcome. Thank you for everyone for writing in and for being here today. I am very grateful. Okay, if we don't have any questions, I'm going to let you go. You could also reach out to me on the DMs. And yeah, I hope you guys had a great time. All right. I will talk to you again next week. Be on the lookout for my next webinar. All right. Take care, you guys.